Welcome. We have already 190 partners already joined in. A warm welcome to all the partners. Okay, for taking out time on a Friday evening to learn digital marketing. Let me introduce you to Hitesh Agnani. Hitesh is the founder of the Propertist.com. Very, very dear friend of mine. We have practically started our real estate careers almost on the same time. We were business partners, then we became friends. Okay, what I learned a lot of digital through Hitesh. Okay, he has been always a very good mentor for us in digital. I was a mentor for him in sales. Okay, it was always a give and take mutual relationship. There was a mutual fund between us, both of us. Okay, so Hitesh, first of all, welcome to the show. Okay, Hitesh, couple of things which I have seen in this industry when I actually transformed myself from real estate to back to finance and mutual funds. There is a lot of digital gap. Okay, the way we use digital media in real estate to sell real estate today, I think almost 90% of real estate sales come from digital media. Okay, and hardly 10% comes from references or old model of school. Whereas in the finance industry, still 95% of the business comes from the old school way. Okay, and 5% only comes from the digital world. Okay, so there is a huge transformation awaited. Okay, we are trying to educate people on how to go on board and everything, but still there is a very big gap. Actually, to test this, I have some polls. Okay, I'll just run my favorite part today, the poll section. Okay, first let me go with the first poll. This gives a this thing. Guys, I want to actually you to participate it so that we know how much participation is happening, how many people are actually participating. This is the digital maturity check. How are you currently generating leads? Only referrals and walk-ins, WhatsApp forwards and groups, social media posting that is organic. Okay, and is if somebody is using paid ads and funnels. Hitesh, you will be shocked to see the result.
Mm.
Almost 85% of people have answered. 1% have voted for paid ads.
Oh God.
Still now. Okay, guys. Oh, that was a beautiful thing. Almost 75%. Thank you. I'm just ending the poll. I'll just share the results. It's a woofing. Only referrals and walk-ins are 65%. WhatsApp is again general. It's not a so digital media. It's a referral only. So 90% of the ads are being leads are being generated only through our referral business. 9% social media posting that is organic, and I think only 1% is using paid ads. One
Paid
person, or not
ads.
1%, but 1%. Okay, now
Just
let's
1%
just one
out of all the
person.
people who voted. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the second question to check the more thing. What is your biggest pain point? Why you are not using it? What stops you getting consistent digital leads? No clear strategy, no time to create content, leads come but do not convert, or fear of spending on ads. Oh my God, this is a good reaction. Everywhere the percentage is jumping now. Come on, guys. This will understand the pain point. I will understand the pain point here so that we can cover that part more. Guys, come on, 100 and oh, we have already cost 225. Let's vote. Come on, guys, let's vote. Already 150 people have voted. I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing the results. 44% are saying that they do not have a clear strategy. 22% are saying that there is no time to create content. यार आप सब लोग मेरे शिष्य हो और आपके पास कंटेंट क्रिएट करने के लिए टाइम चाहिए टू टेक यू 1 minute. Leads comes but don't convert. Now this is the biggest pain point. Okay, fear of spending on ads, it's still there. Okay, so Hitesh, we need to answer all these questions. Now going to the
Sure.
third one. Now this is again a very good interesting question. Platform focus. Which platform do you want to crack for lead generation? Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google. Which ad do you want to focus? Oh my God, I'm getting crazy response on Instagram.
Yeah. It is where people are spending the most of their time today.
Come on, guys. Already 128 people have voted. Let's go. Let's wait for 4 seconds. 150, 140 people have voted. Thank you. I'm ending the poll. Sharing the results. 40% are saying Instagram, 26% are saying Facebook, LinkedIn is 18%. ये तो मैंने खुद ही डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में डाल दिया लगता है ऑटोमेटिक मैसेज आया okay guys in our business LinkedIn is one of the very vital thing you should not miss out on it okay yes Venkat cream is on LinkedIn okay fourth question out of no this is a reality we have to know and understand what is the conversion reality if you generate 10 digital leads how many do you think actually will convert for you okay you have to set the expectations right more than 5 means 50% conversion ratio 4 to 5 means almost 40% 2 to 3 means 20% and 0 to 1 is around 10% Sarthak you are not getting my voice guys am I audible
So
yes
you're audible. Am I audible to you?
yeah very much okay Sarthak maybe you have to just check your audio connection once 130 people have voted I'm ending the poll sharing the results 46% are almost 0 to 1%. That is very genuine. Okay. 40% are thinking 2 to 3%. I think, Hitesh, what is, do you think is the conversion ratio we should be expecting?
From digital?
Yeah.
For every now depends on which industry we are talking about. If we talk about real estate, I'll give you a number there. I think for every 100 leads that you generate, or for every 10 leads that you generate, you should at least get 4 to 5 quality leads out of that. And out of 10 leads, at least 1 to 2 conversions in terms of site visits for real estate. But when it comes to mutual funds, I think the number should be much higher.
Much higher, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
last question before we start the session. What is the intent to act? After today's webinar, what's your next step? मतलब जस्ट सुनने का और सो जाने का या फिर उसके ऊपर एक्ट करने का स्टार्ट पोस्टिंग कंसिस्टेंटली बिल्डिंग अ लीड फनल run my first paid campaign or you still think you need hand holding and support after this session also Josh, what is the last question poll should have multiple options as might more than one thing yeah Dinesh but मैं भूल गया मल्टीपल चॉइस चालू करने के लिए
Yeah.
okay Okay, guys, I'm ending the poll. 140 people have answered and sharing the result. Okay, so 25% are saying it. Even after this session, we'll be needing handholding and support. 41% want to start post consistently. 26% will put the lead funnel, and 7% will run my first ad campaign. Okay, now I'm stopping this. Guys, I have to just give a backdrop of today's webinar, how it will go. Hitesh will teach us on how to set up the campaigns, what are the important different type of campaigns. He might be using the properties a little bit extra. So the product is not important here because he specializes in that. Product is not at all important. It can be any product, it can be real estate, it can be mutual funds, it can be anything, but the process is the same. Okay, so you understand the process, and at the end of the event, after Hitesh finishes, the usual AI effect will come in. Okay, I will share with you various tools which you can start using today. Okay, to generate different kinds of ads, different kinds of tools, what all you can make. Okay, over to you, Hitesh.
Thank you so much, sir. Just one second. Yeah. So, sir, as you said that I will be talking more about real estate, I think I'll try to cover a bit about mutual fund as well. And because I know majority of the audience today is from mutual fund background, so I'll try to take their perspective into
खुद ही SIP
consideration.
का
And
इन्वेस्टर है कब से तू तेरे से ज्यादा और कौन जानता है
वो तो बात सही है, sir. I've been investing since I think 2015. From the first, I think, paycheck that came in to the business was the day when I started my SIPs. That is something that I would like to tell you. And
गाइस देख लो रियल एस्टेट वाले कितना इन्वेस्ट करते हैं दीज आर योर क्लाइंट्स
So that has been my investing journey. I've started investing from the first day I started making money, to be very honest. And it is something that has really helped me build my corpus, and I've literally started seeing compounding effect from the last couple of years. How it really helps you, save over the time, and then it starts compounding from there on once your base is big enough. So I think that is something that I have been into. And since I am coming from a financial background, I've done my MBA and my post graduation from finance field. So that is something that has always been close to my heart. So it is something that I have keen
तो
interest
भाई
in.
चालू कर देना, ये सब पार्टनर्स आपके क्लाइंट्स हैं.
सर रियल एस्टेट से फुर्सत में वो क्यों नहीं करेंगे? Okay. Shall I start with the
Yeah,
presentation?
please, please.
Sure. Okay. So, just to start to introduce everyone, hi, I'm Hitesh Agnani. I'm the founder of the Propertist.com. It's a real estate marketing platform where people connect with the industry stakeholders. It's a platform where people can find real estate brokers, but can find real estate properties, real estate projects. And our main objective was to help people discover the best brokers in the industry. But to be honest, we started with an idea and I had to pivot into something else because we had to look for money from the business, obviously. And money came in from digital marketing for us. Digital marketing has been the driving force behind this company's growth. And that is the reason why I'm sitting here right in front of you talking about it, because I met Kapil sir because of our digital marketing background. And I remember him telling me that, Hitesh, you're in the right place at the right time. And this was pre-COVID, I think 2018 is when he said this to me कि आप एकदम सही टाइम पे सही चीज में हो, थोड़ा टाइम दे दो, फिर देखो ये कैसे बढ़ता है. एंड सर, आई रिमेम्बर योर वर्ड्स इवन टुडे व्हेनेवर वी गेट अ बिग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. लाइक कपिल सर ने बोला था दैट वन डे यू विल नो द ट्रू पोटेंशियल ऑफ व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. So we've been catering to industry stakeholders, listed players for their digital marketing requirements. We take care of their digital mandates. मतलब उनको अगर when they want to launch any project in any area, they come to us for digital marketing requirement like lead generation, to create buzz and awareness, and recently now to create content for them as well is something that we are into. So we've been doing this for the past almost 12 years now, and we started in 2014. So we carry a lot of experience when it comes to digital marketing for real estate. And also, we once in a while we've tried our hands on digital marketing in the mutual fund industry as well. So I'll share my insights there as well. And in the past few years itself, I may have overlooked more than 25 to 30 crore of spends that we have managed for these real estate players. So, I come from a background where we have spent quite a lot of money on all these platforms. So feel free to ask me any questions that you have towards the end when we go to the Q&A round. Here are a few reputed clients that we are catering to currently. And as you can see, Prudent Properties was one of our very first set of clients that we had onboarded, and my personal like touch here, because I was the one who onboarded them. So let's start with what is digital marketing, right? See, digital marketing has evolved over the last few years. Okay. But basic concept remains the same. What is digital marketing? Digital marketing is connecting with your potential clients or marketing any product or services via technology and internet connection, right? So you are reaching out to your audience on digital platforms with your marketing and services. That is, in simple words, that is what is digital marketing. Now, it is divided into a few things, and that is something that I'm going to highlight, and you can see on your screen. It is SEO, that is search engine optimization. Digital marketing is also paid advertisements, where you advertise to your target audience. Also, content marketing is a part of digital advertising. Social media marketing is a part of advertising. More or less, these are things that come under the umbrella of digital marketing.
Are we going to
So,
talk in depth of about this? If not, so can you explain them a little bit of what is content marketing and what is social media marketing?
Sure. So, starting with SEO, SEO means search engine optimization. Now, it is an organic way of digital marketing. Digital marketing has two sides to it. One is organic side, and the other is paid side. Organic means a free side where you can use these tools for free to generate business for you. And paid side is where you pay these platforms to push your product and services to the target audience you choose. Right. So SEO comes under an organic side. So whenever you go on Google and you search for, say, a broker near me, okay, be it a mutual fund broker or be it your, a real estate broker, and all the listings that you see on the top are driven by search engine optimization. So Google, for example, tries to give you the best possible result for the query that you put up. Okay. Now, what is SEO? As a website, okay, if I want to be seen on a particular keyword, I will optimize my website in a way that Google shows my results on top organically, where I don't have to spend. So ensuring those keywords are present in my website, ensuring that I am able to answer that person's query with my website is my goal. And that is what is called search engine optimization. I'm optimizing my website to be seen organically by people when they look for a particular keyword. So, what keywords as a property portal I would try to optimize for my website? Real estate property portal. Find real estate brokers near me. Okay. Find real estate projects near me. New project launches near me, or any such keyword. I will. These are the keywords that I would like to rank the website on, and this is what will. This is what is called SEO.
I
Now,
think
paid
there are
advertising.
certain sites which will give us how which keywords to put in our website, right?
Yes, yes, obviously. For your niche, you can always find keywords that you should be targeting. There are certain websites, and I think towards the end, I can mention that in the comments and the document that we are going to share with everyone.
Okay.
So now, coming to paid advertising, when you pay Google, Facebook, any platform to run your ads, to run ads of your products and services, that will come under paid advertisement, where these platforms open up their audience base and ask you who are the people you want to target. Okay, what is the ad that you want to run? Okay, what is the budget you want to keep to run these ads? Okay, what is the kind of goal that you want from these ads? Whether you want people to WhatsApp you, whether you want people to fill in your form, whether you want people to come onto your website, all of that objective comes under paid advertisement, where you pay these platforms to show your ads and your products and services via ads. Coming to content marketing. Okay, so content marketing is something that has evolved majorly in digital, right? Earlier, what was content marketing? You would have your Facebook pages, you would have your Instagram pages even back then, but you would just use them to put up in festive posts, okay, one or two informative posts, right? So pre-COVID, even our social media handles were used to just upload festive creatives, right? One or two informative creators. Now that has changed considerably right now. Post COVID, what has happened is people have started shooting content, right? Where they explain about the products and services by being themselves being there in the video. Okay. So content marketing is where you generate content to explain about your product and services and put it out on these platforms, which pushes this to your followers on an organic level. Okay. And social media marketing again is something like you're putting up your listings, you're putting up your different fund offers, your new NFOs. So all of that continuously you're putting out on social media is social media marketing. Content marketing is where you write blogs, you build, you shoot videos, you guide on property buying and financing and all these services. So suppose if there's a new thing called SIF, right? If I'm not mistaken, that
Perfect.
is being advertised big time right now. So now, what is SIF? Okay, a lot of people don't know. Now, if you say make a video, what is SIF? Explaining that to your audience, and you put that out, say on your WhatsApp, you put that out on your Facebook and Instagram page. Now, that is what is called content marketing.
Good idea, beta.
SIF के बारे में you can make a video. Yes. Okay. Now, what I would cut down to is how to generate leads from these platforms and which are these best platforms that you can generate leads. I would not really go deep into the organic side of marketing because we've had this one session previously where we covered how to generate leads for free via organic marketing. I think that was one session that we've already done. And this is what was pending, that we talk about paid advertisement. And we show you a walkthrough of how to set up these paid ads and how to set up a campaign. So today our focus for the webinar is majorly Meta. Okay, because Meta in itself is massive when it comes to paid ads. I would say more than 50% of spends today that go out on paid advertisements on digital platform go to Meta. Okay, so Google and Meta are two big players in this segment of lead generation. And today our objective is to explain you how to set up a Meta campaign, how to select the right options while setting up these campaigns, because it has really gotten uh, difficult to choose the right option. There are multiple options that are coming in when you set up these campaigns, and you will surely get confused if you try by yourself. And what are the best practices of setting up these campaigns, what are the best practices of setting up ads, and how to optimize them. So this is our core objective of today's webinar, where we explain you about Meta's process, and we talk to you about the best practices of structuring your campaign and optimizing your campaign. And towards the end, I'll try to cover a bit about the Google's paid offering as well. But I will not really go in depth in that. I would want to focus on setting up a Meta campaign, because this is where your major leads can be generated from at a very good price. Okay, so now we are going to start looking at how to set up a lead generation campaign. Okay. Now, the very first step is, you need to have an ads manager. Okay. For that, you need to sign up on business.facebook.com with your Facebook ID and set up an ads manager. This is the basic that I would expect you to have when you're trying to run an ad. I'm sure most of you all may be having a ads manager account or a business.facebook.com account. And if you don't, please visit business.facebook.com and set up your ad account there, where you can add your cards, you can add your payment methods, you can choose a prepaid payment method, and you can do a basic setup. If you require basic setup details, we will try to cover that in the document that we share with you post the webinar. So, hoping that everyone has an ads manager account. Okay, the very first step is to go to this create button. Okay, in the ads manager, you have to go to campaigns, and then you have to click on create campaign. As you can see, the green button that you are seeing here below the campaigns tab is what you have to click. And then after that comes the objective selection. Now, before I go into depth of how to set this up, let me give you a basic overview of setting up a campaign, ad set, and ad. Okay, so first is campaign type, second is targeting, which is called the ad set level, and third is the ad itself, where you put up the ad and the content that goes up. So this is a three-step process of setting up a campaign on Meta. The very first step is to create a campaign and then select an objective for the campaign. Since today we are talking about lead generation, so I will be specific towards setting up a lead generation campaign. So once you click on the create button, you will see a few objectives, and there you can see an objective called leads. Now, this is what you have to select. So in between, if you have any queries, you can ask me. I will try to explain that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you select create campaign, the very first step is campaign level setup. Okay. First step is naming the campaign. You have to put a name of your campaign. Okay, so always have a structure to the name. I will tell you why this is important, but you should always have a structure to the name. So our structure usually that we follow is the campaign type, that is the lead generation. We write that as the beginning, at the beginning. Then we write the name of the project, and you can use a product name there. So what are you marketing? And who is handling that campaign? Say, suppose you have 2-3 people looking at the campaign, you can just put that person's name there, so that you have a clear structure to naming your campaign. When you look at multiple campaigns in your ads manager, this is where it helps you understand which is which campaign and who's been handling that and what product it is for. So setting up the campaign name.
So, partners, I think it's very important when you post your campaigns, you name them and keep a sequence of the names, so that in the future you can easily remember which lead was generated for which campaign and why it was advertised. Maybe you can write off, like, say, today we have launched an NFO of SBI. Okay, you can write SBI NFO okay, quality, then you can write
Lead gen.
the
We can write
lead
lead gen, SBI NFO quality, and then whosoever is handling it, or you can write the date when you started the campaign. So depends on how you want to structure, but there has to be a constant structure in on your campaign names, because when you look at campaign level name, you will see all the names in single structure. It's easier for you to find a campaign and also to know, okay, what have you marketed through that campaign, right? So would you like to add anything here?
No, sir. Continue.
Okay. Then comes the buying type. Okay. Now there are a few settings that I would tell you to use, and obviously these are the best practices. Okay. And if you try to doing something else, you may just end up burning a lot of money within no time. So try to just use the options that we are showing you, because these are tried and tested. Now coming to the buying type, you have to select auction. Okay. So this is where you are leaving it up to the Meta's AI to enable real-time bidding to get you impressions on people's feed. Okay, let's not get very into technical terms there. This is the best option that you have to select if you want to go for lead generation. Leave the auction up to the Meta's AI. Don't go to the reservation part. So select auction in the buying type. And then comes campaign level objective, which is leads, which you've already selected, so it will show up. Then comes the budget. It will ask you in the first step whether you want to have a campaign budget or whether you want to have targeting level budget, which is ad set level budget. So I always recommend keeping ad set level budget. If you want a deep explanation about this, so if you keep campaign level budget and you say have four ad sets where you're targeting different set of audiences, then Meta will decide automatically which ad set should get how much budget basis performance. That is also a good way of setting up a budget, but I would always recommend having manual control over your campaigns and not leaving it completely onto the system or Meta, because they would want to spend maximum money. Let me be very clear, this whole system is built to drain money out of your pocket. Okay. You have to be very prudent.
So
So,
guys, partners very important है यहाँ पे ad set budget when you मतलब try not to go overspend. Okay, please don't overspend in the initial campaigns. Okay, keep a limited budget. You मतलब maybe you can keep it 5,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. Don't think that यार this में क्या होगा. See, their algorithms are so powerful. If they come to know that you can spend 1 lakh rupees, then they will squeeze out every campaign a lakh rupees from you. Okay, so be minimum, keep minimum. Okay, then go virtually very slowly upwards, but try to keep a minimum budget in every campaign.
but
That's
also having the right budget is important. So there are two sides to this. What happens is people sometimes spend a lot and end up, wasting a lot of money and say, "Ki maine bahut haath jalaya, I burnt my hands with these paid ads." And on the other side, people barely spend anything and say that it didn't work for me. So two sides to the coin. So I would suggest that you should have a decent budget, and not, to begin with. Say if you're starting a campaign, a 5-10,000 rupee budget gives you an idea, especially when it comes to mutual funds. And when it comes to real estate, I would suggest anywhere between 50,000 to a lakh rupees is where you have to spend to know whether it is working for you or not.
Okay, so it is the immediate follow-up question is how much is the minimum budget, how to decide, what will be the prudent way. Okay, prudent will help to build this type of marketing. Prudent take charges. Sir, we don't charge it. Okay, it's completely, we are helping you to do it yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe if Hitesh will suddenly plan to open up the section for mutual funds, then we are all welcome. Okay, but so Hitesh, now answering these questions of ideal investments and Niranjan Reddy, what should be the minimum testing? As you said, 5 to 10,000 rupees should be the start to test.
Yeah, sir. I think you can gradually increase it. So you don't have to set a end date for the campaign. So on a
Okay.
daily basis, you can monitor. Say if you keep a daily budget of say 1,000 or 1,500 rupees, and you keep three ad set targeting,
Hmm.
okay, target one, target two, target three, and give them 500 rupees each. Okay,
Okay.
all these targeting. And suppose on a daily basis, they are generating one lead each or two leads each at a CPL of 250 rupees. When
Hmm.
you call these leads,
Hmm.
okay, you will know whether you're getting quality or not,
Correct.
whether they are the kind of leads that you would want to convert and you think they can convert. Okay. So if you are setting up a campaign for mutual funds or real estate, once you start getting leads, you talk to them. You have to follow some best practices. You have to be really quick in reaching out to them as soon as they fill in a lead, and talk to them about your product. Also, one very important thing is out here is how good your ad is, right?
Perfect.
How well your ad is explaining your product that you intend to sell. If that is on point, your leads more or less will be on point.
Okay.
So it is a combination of the right objective, the right targeting, and the right ad, which gives you, and the right budget, which gives you the best outcome in any campaign.
Perfect.
If you miss out at any level, right, you will end up wasting a lot of money of yours,
Okay.
right? So that is something that you have to follow. Now, going back to the campaign level setup, if you want, sir, can we give an example? Because I was reading one comment that
Yeah.
can
The,
you can you give an example? So suppose if we are setting up a campaign for a new NFO, right? Do we take a mutual fund example, sir?
yeah.
Is
Yes.
that
It is.
yeah? So suppose if we are setting up a mutual fund lead generation campaign, NFO campaign. So you can write campaign name as lead gen. You can write SBI new NFO, and you can write February 2026. This is how you structure your campaign name. You select auction in the buying type. उसमें तो कोई example, there's no point of example. So buying type will be auction, and then budget. I would suggest you keep ad set level budget, and then there is one option that is called advantage budget. Now this is something that you have to be very careful about anywhere in Meta. If you read advantage, please understand that means it is advantage for the platform and disadvantage for you. So please uncheck that.
Okay.
Be it advantage placements, advantage budget, advantage targeting. Make sure you uncheck anything that says advantage. If you can see in the screenshot that I've shared, it shows advantage plus on. So can you see there's this
Yeah.
one tab just besides the budget, it's written advantage plus on. This is not something that you would want in your campaign,
Okay.
because this means that the algorithm has control over these things that you are setting.
Got it.
Okay, so they just give you an illusion that okay, you are the one setting up everything, but eventually it is the algorithm that will optimize it basis its understanding. Okay, so the very first step is campaign level setup, which is again name of the campaign, type of the campaign, buying type, which is auction, and budget, and then make sure you uncheck the advantage and don't start A/B test because it is something that is a little more advanced.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll go to the next slide. Now, this step, the step number 2 in setting up a campaign is called ad set. Now, what is ad set? Ad set basically means where you choose your targeting, whom you want to target, right? And what placements do you want your ads to be seen? So this is a setup level, in-depth step number 2, where you set up your audience and where you want these ads to be seen.
So, see, if I'm targeting mutual fund, okay, my audience is entire India, entire world, in fact. So, there's nothing like, yeah, that
Uh,
extent might be
n-
there if the client wants to
n-
meet you.
So,
That
so
might be
the
the case.
very first important step in setting up any digital campaign is to understand your target audience.
Perfect.
You have to first decide who your target audience is. Okay, for you, what has worked the best? Okay, someone may have an audience of, say, married couples who've been really investing with them since a long time. There may be some people who have, youngsters who've been investing with them. So you have to understand who is my target audience. Whom do I want to cater to? You cannot see. Whenever I do any webinar and I do any such things, I say one thing: like digital platforms are like an ocean. Okay, you should know where to fish. If you know where to fish, you will, really get the best outcome out of your campaigns. So first, you should know who's your audience, who is your fish, to be precise. So identify that which location you want these leads from, who are these people you want to target, what is the age group that you want to target. Is something that is basic. Before even starting setting up a campaign, first write these things down. That these are the people I want to target. Say, for example, I would say married couples, parents with children, 18 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 400, 400 to 500, 500 to 700, 700 to 800, 800 to 900, 900 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 5,000, 5,000 to 7,000, 7,000 to 8,000, 8,000 to 9,000, 9,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 11,000, 11,000 to 12,000, 12,000 to 13,000, 13,000 to 14,000, 14,000 to 15,000, 15,000 to 16,000, 16,000 to 17,000, 17,000 to 18,000, 18,000 to 19,000, 19,000 to 20,000, 20,000 to 21,000 in the age group of 30 to 60. This is one such audience. Sir, I can't hear you. You put yourself on mute.
Where will I put that?
So this is something that you should know first, and then I'll show you right now where
Okay.
at what point you have to enter these things. Okay. So now again, coming to the ad set setup, the very first thing that you have to do is name the ad set, just like how you named your campaign. So we did campaign level naming there. Now we will do targeting level name here. Okay. So what usually we do best practices, suppose if we are targeting Mumbai. So I would write in the ad set setup Mumbai and taking forward our example of SBI NFO that we are setting up for. So the first thing I would write is target location is Mumbai. I would put a radius, say, because in targeting it asks you radius, you will see on the next step. So I will say Mumbai with 15 kilometers targeting. Okay. These are the filters that, so as I said, married couples with children is whom I'm targeting, and the platforms Facebook and Instagram. This is how I will name the ad set.
Okay, so that this all should be
Okay.
mentioned so that in future you can run the same ad set or change the ad set or whatever you want.
Your which targeting.
Got it.
Yeah. Now coming to the conversion location. Now this is where you have to select instant forms because we are doing lead generation. Unless you have a website, you can always click on website. But I would suggest best practice for lead generation for any
Because guys,
instant
what
form.
is, yeah, Hitesh, your voice is cracking out.
Am I audible?
Guys, these are different forms where you can do it. One is the website, means you have your website, you want to send those leads which you have generated to your website, but that accountability will not be there. You will not be able to know which person has come and gone to the website and what conversion is happening. In instant forms, you will actually have the name, number, email ID of the client. Okay, so you can contact him back. In Messenger, he will directly message with you. But for that, in Messenger or Instagram or WhatsApp, okay, you will have to have an active person there, because what happens is if it's somebody you have let's say SB NFO and you have put in the customer has put in, I want to know more about this fund, and at but that point of time you are sleeping, okay, and there is no response for him for the next 2.5 hours. So it's absolutely the lead is dead and it's waste of money. Okay, he will not contact you back. So, as Hitesh has correctly advised us, always go for instant forms. And what is
Yeah.
the difference between instant forms and calls? How much drop will be there in the conversion?
So,
Huge.
so I think this is all dependent on consumer behavior. Now, when we look at consumer behavior of people who are using Facebook and Instagram, they are very used to the instant forms.
Okay.
Okay. Reason being, I'll tell you, when you say website, they have to go onto the website, scroll the website. As you know, the attention span for any particular thing today is just going down by the passing day. So people don't really want to spend a lot of time on things, and obviously there's a contrarian view as well. If someone is taking out that time and effort to fill up a form, the lead is going to be more genuine. So I also agree that any lead that comes through your website, after reading all the content, after looking at your ad, they read whatever you mentioned in the website and they fill up a form, that lead will be more qualified, will have higher intent of buying your product or service. But when it comes to lead generation and you want a cost effective way of generating leads, then instant form is something that works the best. So if someone doesn't want to do instant forms, the second best practice can be WhatsApp. Having a WhatsApp CTA where they click on that WhatsApp button after looking at your ad, then directly get connected to your WhatsApp. Okay, if someone is not comfortable with instant forms, they can always try WhatsApp. People have also got good responses from WhatsApp, but as a standard practice, we always go by instant forms because we have our CRMs linked to the instant form, which pushes the lead. So that is a little more technical. But my suggestion would be, if not instant forms, then please use WhatsApp and nothing else.
Okay, stopping here 1 second. A lot of people are facing the same problem. They do not have CRMs with them. Okay, so
Right.
I have been getting this question repeatedly after and after. Sir, do you know any good CRM? So I'm helpless in that. Hitesh, do you know any good CRM?
So to be very honest, we are building our own CRM internally. To give out any other name would be difficult for me. But then I think we can suggest a few CRMs that people can use. I think Lead Squared is one that you can use. It's a good platform. Uh, and I have a couple of more names I will suggest to you so then you can broadcast to your set of partners that they can use. But I will try to find something that is very easy and someone is saying, so Prudent has its own CRM on
No,
partner
no, no,
desk.
sir. Harshit ji, वो CRM काम नहीं आता है. We can't do that. That's a different CRM.
Zoho is good. See, Zoho is also good. So someone has said Zoho, so Zoho is good. So ideally, you should have a CRM whichever you are comfortable using. To be honest, all these CRMs will give you a free trial. Please go try those CRMs and see where you can, where you are very comfortable using it. Because if it is very technical, if it is very difficult to use, as a business owner, it will be very difficult for you to, put your brain and time and effort onto that, right?
एक्सेल विद ऐप स्क्रिप्ट सिद्धार्थ जी, यहाँ पे 90% लोगों को एक्सेल यूज करने नहीं आता है, बराबर सब ऐप स्क्रिप्ट डाल रहे हैं उस पे. Pune ma'am
Salesforce
has
is the
got
is a more
Salesforce also, ma'am.
it's a
Here,
legacy. Why it's
and
very difficult
it's too
and
costly. Too
too
costly.
costly. Yes, too costly. Yes, absolutely. Rather, I would suggest Zoho is better. Lead Squared is better. You have other simple CRMs which at least can do the basics. When you're looking at a CRM, there are a few parameters that you should check. Okay, whether you have reminders, whether you have feedbacks, whether you have notifications. Basic 3 to 4 things if a CRM is providing you, right? It lets you create a database of your leads. It lets you add feedback for those leads. And if there is any callback or reminders that you set up for that leads on a particular date in future, it should remind you on the right time with proper notifications. Basics, if it is able to cover, then I think you are good. You should not really target to go on Salesforce unless you have a requirement, you have a team of, say, 100 people, right? And you require that kind of complex systems, only then Salesforce will suggest. Otherwise, I would not suggest Salesforce for individuals or even companies with up to 50 people in the team. Okay, moving on. Moving on, then we select instant forms on the second step. So now coming back, where are we? We are on the second step of setting up a campaign. This is where you select the audience that you want to target. Okay. The first step is setting up the ad set name. The second is where you want these conversions, and we have to select instant forms there. Okay. Then comes the page that you want. Here, for example, we've selected the Propertist page. Performance goals will be maximize number of leads. There are two options here, maximize number of leads and maximize number of conversion leads. So when you select conversion leads, your CPL will go higher. So always select maximum number of leads. Okay. Now comes the most important aspect of the ad set. As I had said in the previous step, you have to select ad set level budgets. Now, with every targeting, you have to have a set budget for that targeting. So, for example, you have one campaign and you have four different targetings. You have four ad sets. If your budget is daily, say around 1,500 to 2,000, if you have three ad sets, three targeting, you can put 500 each. If you have two ad sets, you can put 1,000 each or 750 each for each targeting. But that's the minimum. There are times that people just keep 100 rupees as the budget. It will not work for you. So minimum budget here should be 4 to 500 rupees per ad set. Is something that we suggest. Ideally, if you're selling something like real estate, then your daily budgets for ad set level has to be higher. But if it is mutual funds, you can go as low as 4 to 500 rupees, not below that. Otherwise, you'll not get results. Okay, so daily you have to select daily budget, and there is one option which is lifetime budget, but I would always suggest daily budget because in lifetime budget it will drain your budget faster. And if you say have targeted 7 days, that it will empty your budget in 3 to 4 days itself. So I always suggest using daily budget here. And then you can select the start date. So start date will be basis when you're starting the campaign, that this will be auto-filled by the system. And end date, I don't suggest put up an end date, but if you are someone who cannot look at the panel again and again, then you can set up an end date, say a week-long campaign or 14 days long campaign or 10 days long campaign, basis that you can set up an end date for the campaign. If you're someone who doesn't have the time to look at the panel every day or maybe at least twice a day. So you can have an end date only in case you are not going to look at your panel. Okay. Now, the most important aspect of asset, which is targeting on the map as to which area, which geography you have to target. This is called geofencing. This is called geo-targeting. People call it with different terms. Okay. So you basically have to choose which area on the map you want to target here. And I always suggest if you're targeting a city, you can always keep that constant. And how we have clicked on drop pin and dropped a pin in a radius of 10 miles. This is how you can target any geography. Say you are from Mumbai, you are from Hyderabad, you're from Bangalore or Chennai, whichever city. So you have to ideally either you do city wise targeting or you do locality wise targeting. Okay. If you're catering to a particular city, I would always suggest have city-wise targeting. Keep this constant in your ad sets and target different set of audience under it. Okay. And at any point, if you all have questions, you can please keep a note of it, and then I'll be happy to answer at the end. I know this is very technical, but please have your questions ready in the Q&A related to anything that I've said, and I'll be happy to answer them. So this is where you choose the audience on the map that you want to target. For example, yeah, we have selected Mumbai as a targeting option. Sir, am I clear? Am I getting too technical here?
No, no, no. That's perfect.
Okay. So the best practice is click on drop pin, put a pin in the center of the city, and select a 8, 10, 15-mile radius basis which geography you want to target. This is very important and crucial. Okay. There is this one box that you see below the map. Make sure you do not select this. Okay. Which says reach more people likely to respond. We will also reach people interested in your select cities and regions in those countries. Basically, this if you select this, even if you're targeting Mumbai, you will have leads from, say, Bangalore. You will have leads from UP. You will have leads from up north. You'll have leads from south. So please make sure if you are specifically wanting leads from a particular geography and you've selected a radius, you untick this box. This is very, very, very crucial. A lot of times people complain to us that we are running campaigns, but हमको वो area से lead ही नहीं आ रही है. We are targeting Mumbai, we are getting leads from somewhere else in India. Completely unrelated leads. This is one of the key issues that people miss out on such small things. So hence I said there are so many technical things while setting up a campaign. You have to be very attentive while setting up these campaigns. One small error in keeping one box ticked can cost you your whole campaign budget. Okay, so this is very crucial. I think we'll share. So we'll share these slides with you, and you can in turn share it with all the people who are attending.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, next comes detailed targeting, which is interest-based targeting, behavior-based targeting. This is where you select once you select a geography, after that, what are the type of people you want to target? Remember when I was saying that you should know who are the people you want to target? This is where you put those filters. Okay. So if you can see on the screen right now, what have we selected? Investing as employers. So anyone who's working in the investment business, any kind of investment business will be targeted, and additional interest. So you have finance, you have mutual fund, all these interests. Once you put a few, then the algorithm will auto suggest you a few filters related to that. Now make sure here you don't select a lot of filters. Okay, ideal selection would be not more than 5 to 10 filters. Okay, so this is where you put in your interests that you want to target. So, for example, I want to target all people who are interested in investing in Mumbai. So I will select Mumbai as my geography. I will select the age group as 30-55. I will keep genders as all genders. And then in detailed targeting, I will select such filters like mutual fund, return on investment, finance. So anyone on Facebook who has been or Instagram who has been interacting with such categories of content will get targeted with your ads. This is how it works. So if you're a user from real estate industry, or you are someone who's seeking real estate, so subconsciously you will see a lot of ads of real estate coming to you because Facebook or Instagram has identified that you've been spending times viewing real estate content, viewing real estate blogs, viewing real estate ads. So that pattern of your behavior is registered with Facebook and Meta, and that is in turn presented to us as advertisers, as a category here. That is how targeting basically works. So you can select a mix of a couple of interests. So you can also have parents with kids. You can have married couples. You can have people employed with a certain industry. You can have people who are interested in finance. So all of these, I would request you to explore this tab to see what all targeting options are available, and I will give you a best practices. I'll give you the best practice of how to bifurcate this later on. Okay, don't try to club everything into one ad set. Okay, ad set you can create. One would be just for married with kids and married couples. That can be one targeting. Second ad set, when you create, you can just create people who are interested in investing. Okay. Third, you can create HNIs. You can create an ad set with targeting of HNIs, people who are interested in bigger brands, following big brands, car brands, luxury hotel brands. So you can have different segmentation of targeting with different ad sets. So when you get the leads, you know which targeting is really on point and giving you the best set of clients. Okay, so this is where I would like you to invest some time and study what all targeting options are available. But best practices, don't complicate it. Use minimum 4, 5, or max of 10 targetings, and that's about it in an ad set. Now comes a very important step. I want all you guys, whoever is interested in setting up a campaign, to view this with all the attention. Okay, this is where you select where your ads are going to be seen. Okay, if you select advantage placements here, Facebook will decide, or Meta will decide by itself which placements are, your ads are going to appear on, and you will lose out on a lot of money. Okay. If you want leads, I've given a list on your screen right now that you have to select in the placement options. And those are Facebook feed, Instagram stories, Facebook reels, and Insta reels. Okay. Now, these are the best performing placements basis my company's experience of almost 12 years. Okay. If you try to place your ad on anywhere, any other placement, you will end up losing out on money. That is something that I can assure you. So, always when you come on the ad set level and you come on the placement level, you have to select only these placements, because these are the placements where everyone spends maximum time on these apps, right? That is why we've selected this. Wherever people are spending maximum time on these apps, that is where you want your ads to be present, right? If you select audience network, right column, and stream video, you'll lose out on a lot of money. So please make sure you uncheck those boxes, you uncheck marketing messages, and you just stick on these placements in the ad set level. And see, again, below this, if you see, there is one more checkbox. So up to 5% of your budget is spent for each excluded placement when it's likely to improve performance, right? Again, this is where, they are trying to take over control of placements. So make sure you uncheck this box, and make sure you don't have advantage placements on. These are the two things that you make sure, and select these placements at the ad set level. I hope I'm clear with this. If you have any questions, please make a note of it. If there's any feedback, are there any target audiences types inbuilt to be selected? Yes, there are
I
a
think
lot of
everything is.
target segmentation is there. A lot of different segments are there, but you have to decide smartly as to what combination works the best for you. As I gave you a combination breakup, I said you can target married couples and parents in one ad set. You can target people who are interested in investing in one ad set. If you're doing real estate, then you can target people interested in investing in one ad set. You can, interested in real estate in one ad set, and you can have HNI targeting in the third ad set. And if you have more budget, you can have one ad set with no targeting, just the age group and no interest-based targeting. Let the algorithm decide in that particular geography who is best suited for your ad. So this is the basic segmentation that you can follow. And you can always keep trying with different permutations and combinations. But to begin with, a good start would be following what I just suggested. Okay, so we are done with 2 steps of setting up a campaign. I hope there was no confusion in that. I was able to explain that in simple ways. Now we are coming to the last and the most important and the final step of setting up a meta campaign, which is setting up the ad. So first is campaign objective and campaign. Second is ad set, where you select the targeting and the placements, where you put in the budget, where you put in the target audience that you want to target. And third is where you select what ad you want to run. Okay. Now, again, the very first step is ad name. So you have to name your ad. Okay. If it is SBI, say, suppose in this targeting, you want to run 2 ads for different ad copies. One is your video, one is your just still photo that you have. Okay. So you can name that ad accordingly. So I would name that ad that SBI NFO video ad Feb 2026. Okay. Now, why is this important? Again, when you start getting leads and when you want to see which ad is working the best for you, your name will help you understand that what ad it is without you going inside the ad level and checking which ad you're running there. So it really helps you understand your performance better when you name it properly. So setting up the ad name, and then you have to select what is the ad type, single image or video or carousel. If you have multiple images of a single product, you can use carousel or you can use a video. My suggestion would always be video works better and user generated content works better. Now, when we come to best practices, I will give you those suggestions. But here you select single image or video. This is one of the best practices that we follow. We've seen best leads coming from either a single image or from videos, and videos always perform better than single images. Okay, this is where you create an ad, and here is where you create that instant form that we selected, right, on step 2. So you create a form where you decide what fields do you want in the form for a user to fill. And basically, there are only 3 things that ideally you would require. One is name, second is mobile number, third is email ID. Okay. If you have any other field beyond this in your campaign, and I'm sure a lot of people have done this before, they ask so many questions that a user falls out and your CPL really goes high and you're like, this is not working for me. So I would suggest best practices 3, or maximum, if you want something which is very crucial and without which you cannot function, add 1 more field. That's it. Because these 3 are pre-filled. When you select an instant form, the best part about having instant forms in your ad is as soon as someone clicks on that ad, these 3 fields, name, mobile number, and email ID, will be pre-filled by Facebook or Instagram from their profile, and all they have to do is click on submit. So it considerably reduces the effort of a user to submit a lead. Hence, it's a best practice to have these 3 fields in your form. Okay. Now then comes setup creative. You have to click here and upload your ad from your PC. Okay, be it your video or be it your still image. Just 1 second. I saw some question. Which tools are best to create impactful videos? We'll come on to that. That means we can track the results if ad is named. Yes, you can obviously track your. So once you start getting the leads, you can go download those leads and you can see the ad name from which that lead is come. So a best practice when we come to that, I would suggest that you look at where your best leads are coming from, which ad, which targeting is working for you, so you can increase your budget accordingly. And something that is not working, you can just cut it out and shut it off. Okay, setting up a creative is where you put up your ad from, and tracking is when you have a CRM and you have pixel integrated. So this is very technical. I don't know how many of you all have a pixel integrated. Anyone in the chat who can message and tell me if they have a pixel integrated into their website? A Facebook Meta pixel integrated into their website?
I doubt.
No, right? So
No.
then this is something that you leave out. You don't check anything. Otherwise, if you have a website and you have Meta Pixel integrated, you can click on website events. Or if you have a CRM, you can click on CRM events and connect your CRM from here, so that the Facebook knows, okay, this lead got converted and came into your CRM. So it helps Facebook understand your campaign better and helps it optimize the campaign better and show it to the relevant set of people. Okay, so these were the 3 steps. Is having a website mandatory? No. But is it one of the best practices in digital marketing? Absolutely, yes. Having a website is something that helps you build credibility, gives you online presence. When people are researching about you, they can see everything about you and your business and what you're offering on your website. So I would suggest, even if you don't have a website for your business, at least have a landing page, a simple one-pager website that explains your product and services is something that I would say is the best practice. In real estate, what we usually do is we create landing pages for that particular product with a form. If you can do that much for any product or service that you're trying to push, even that is enough. And these days, you have AI to create beautiful landing pages. So I don't think it's going to be very difficult. So you can maybe have a webinar separately how to leverage AI to create websites and ads.
Okay, done.
That is one thing that will really enable them to create a website and create ads using AI. How to create a good ad. I will come to that. And I'm just coming to that. I'm showing you some samples. I mean, banners I'm showing. Yes, that is what I'm coming to. Okay. Before that, I want to show an example of how we set up a campaign. So we are doing this campaign for Solitaire Group in Pune. It's a Kothrood based project. So see how we've named it, Lead Gen Solitaire Kothrood Pune, and see how we have had different structures of ad sets. See, this is where you'll understand how to structure a campaign. Okay. So this is the campaign, and these are the different targetings under that campaign. If you could see that we have kept the radius as constant because we identified that this project's buyer is from an 8 kilometer radius around the project, not beyond that. No one beyond that is coming and buying. So anyone and everyone who's buying. So we were very clear. This is where it gives you more clarity and helps you target right set of people if you know who your audience is. So this is something that you have to know before you start a campaign, where you want to target. And then how we structured parents plus merit. Then we have real estate filters, and we have open filters, as in we don't select anything, just the audience, gender, and the age group, and no interest filters. And then HNI filters, like people who are following big brands, people who are following big resorts and have following brands like Rolex or AP in watches or such, big brands. If people are following, then we target them in HNI filters. Okay. And then the best practice for ads, this is the ads level. When you upload an ad, this is how it will look on the ad level. We have a still and a video both in the campaign. So we upload 2 creators by default. One will be a still, one will be a video. Okay. So every ad set will carry 2 ads. So one campaign, multiple ad sets, and every ad set will have 2 ads, 2 ads in each ad set. And it will be a combination of a still and a video. Right? So for that particular audience, what kind of ad works is something that the algorithm will judge automatically and show more of that ad and give you better results. The chances of you getting a better CPL is much higher when you upload 2 ads and different set of. It can be 2 stills, it can be 2 videos, it can be 1 video, 1 still. But always I would suggest having 2 ads. It will help you identify what is working for that particular audience. And you will find cases where in a particular ad set, one ad is working, for another ad set, something else, some other ad is working. There's a possibility one parents and married is responding really well on your still ad. And for example, there can be a possibility in that still ad, you are showing a family with a good house and well settled, whereas in the video, you're explaining about the product. So maybe they are able to resonate more with that ad and converting more on that ad. Whereas if you're showing someone investment filters and ad more explaining how this investment will give you better returns, there's a possibility in this filters, in this targeting, your video ad will work better. Right? So it is always better to have at least 2 ads in a particular targeting ad set level. Now, here are a few places where your ads are seen. We are just showing so that you are familiar with using Instagram, so you will be able to easily make out, okay, this is where I see an ad. When I say Instagram feed, when you're scrolling your feed, this is where you see an ad. When you're seeing stories and you're checking up the stories of people, and in between you see an ad, that's called Instagram story placements. Then you have reels where you're watching reels and all of a sudden an ad comes up, that is called a reel placement. And then when you're on the explore page, on the search button at the bottom, and you see one ad in the center or some corner of it, that is called the explore tab ad. So these are Instagram placements where your ads are to be seen. These are Facebook ad placements. Now, why is it important for you to know which placements? Because when I say that you have to select these places, okay, you're familiar. Okay, this is where I have seen ads previously, and you should know where our ads are seen. That's why we are trying to show you these placements. These are the placements that work the best for ads, the ones that I have shown you, but we are showing all the examples here. Okay. Now I am going to show you a set of real estate creatives that we use. I'm going to show you a set of mutual fund creatives that have come to me from Prudent, from Kapil sir, and I'll give you best practices in both. I think someone was asking in the chat, how can we design our ads and what are the best practices? Now, when it comes to real estate, quickly, always having a tagline, showing an elevation, showing the USPs, location, and pricing is very, very crucial, right? So, a lot of times, what happens is people have set up everything perfectly, but their ad communication is lacking, because of which people come in. For example, I am advertising a product, say in Nagar, and I have written price and requests. The product pricing is 2 crore, and I'm getting calls. My budget is 50 lakhs. My budget is 60 lakhs. So that is where you require to mention the prices in the creative. You can't blame the campaign. You have to blame your creative for that. So you have to make sure. There's a possibility that people will say, "Arey, Navi Mumbai mein, I don't know if it was Navi Mumbai. I thought this was Chennai, for example, right? I thought this was somewhere in Mumbai, South Mumbai, for example." So that is where location. So all the parameters on which you think your lead can fall out are the things that you should mention in your creative. Simple as that. Simple fundamental that you have to follow. Okay, be it their budget, be it their location, be it their product. Explain basics very clearly in your ad. Okay, you have to choose. So in any product, you have to choose what is that 20% of information of that product that is very critical for me to generate a lead. Okay, take that 20% information from your product and put it in your ad. Simple as that. For any real estate project, what will that be? USP of the project. Okay, location of the project, pricing of the project, construction stage of that project, configuration of that project. Okay, these are a few important things that you need to have that in your creatives. Simple as that for real estate. So here we are showing you different ads. One is a walkthrough, the very first, because obviously we cannot play video here. So this is a handled video shot for a project sample flat, and it's a video, and rest are still creatives. Next is mutual fund creatives. I am sure you are familiar with these set of creatives that you can use. Sir, is there any video that one can create and run for ads in mutual funds? That is
Already
something.
there are a lot of videos and audios. These are all available on their partner desk.
Okay.
Ads which you are showing now, I just downloaded from the partner desk and shared it with you. They can
Okay.
download it from there using their name number also, or you can crop it. And because all the disclaimers, everything is there, they can just download it and use it.
Yeah.
Videos are there, audios, everything is there.
Yeah. So, for example, you can use both these ads in every ad set and you can put it up. So, whatever information that you want from your partner desk can be downloaded and can be uploaded in these campaigns. Okay. I hope I'm clear about Facebook's and Meta's campaign structure.
Yeah,
And
I think, see, this is the first time they're attending it. Maybe this follow-up session of us, maybe in a month's time, we do it, and we'll get more and more people who have tried it, tested it, not
mm,
working. Then we'll
yeah,
get more and more features because this is basically new for them.
yeah,
A lot of people will try, try होने के बाद थोड़ा fail होंगे, फिर ये करेंगे, then they'll get back to us.
yeah.
Without ad is the Sunita madam, I didn't understand. Yeah, but Hitesh, you continue. You finish it off so that it is better than we take the Q&A.
Yeah. I would like to quickly brush up on Google platform as well, and I would be open to taking questions from everyone. And I will share very good insights and best practices when it comes to setting up a campaign. Only for people who are watching us till the end are going to get all these pro tips from us towards the end of the webinar before we start with the Q&A. So another, I think, 5-10 minutes is I think we should be done with this. Okay. Now, coming on to Google, we'll have a separate session explaining how to set up a campaign on Google, because Meta, as compared to Google, is a little simpler to set up a campaign on. Google is a little more complex. Hence, I'm not going in depth right now because then it'll prolong the session for too long and everyone will get bored and we'll end up with 10 people at the end of it. So we don't want that. So I'm just going to brush up on what Google is when it comes to paid platform. So we have Google Search as an offering from Google. Okay, whenever you search for a query and you see an ad on top which says sponsored, you know that that is a Google search ad. Okay, so when someone says I'm running a Google search ad campaign, they mean they are running an ad on certain keywords on which the ad gets triggered and their website ranks on top. Now, here, having a website is mandatory. Without having a website, you cannot run a search ad. As simple as that. Okay. Second, okay. Now, Google ad structure, you can always have. How do you run these ads? These ads are on basis of keywords. These keywords are basically search queries of people on Google platform. So if anyone goes on Google and says SBI NFO investment or invest in mutual funds, then you select these keywords, put it in Google, and say I want to advertise on these keywords, and Google will rank your website on top for these keywords. So you have to have a website bases those keywords and try to capture them with a form in the website. For example, if you're running an ad for SBI NFO, okay, you have to have a landing page for SBI NFO, having a banner on top about what is SBI NFO, a few benefits, FAQs, and then a form at the end. Okay, this is the website that you can use to generate a lead on a keyword, say SBI NFO investment or invest in SBI mutual funds or such keywords. You have to target having a website which explains the product. Okay, I will not go too much in detail about Google ad keyword types. So do you want me to explain what are the different type of keyword setups in a Google search ad, or do we keep it for the next time?
Next time, but already it's 5:30 now, 5:20.
Okay. So this is one sample of a search ad that we are running for Kothur because we took that as an example. So this is a search ad if you can see an example quickly. Second is Google Demand Gen. This is where you get ads on YouTube, you get ads on Gmail, and if you're using an Android phone, on the Discovery tab and you scroll on the right-hand side and it pops up out of your left-hand side, the Discovery tab. This is what is called Google Demand Gen. I think we'll keep it for the next time. But if you see ads on YouTube, you see ads on your Android phone on the left-hand side Discover tab, and you see ads in Gmail, that is set up using Google Demand Gen. And this is one thing that is really competing well with Meta's display advertisements. Just a quick insight, they are really catching up big time with Meta and giving phenomenal results by these placements. So this is Google's answer for Meta's display ads. Some samples again on how ads is seen on YouTube, how it is seen on Discover tab, and how it is seen on Gmail. Okay. Now coming to the best practices to sum it up. Try different ad versions at all times. So if suppose you're not really getting good results from your campaign, what is the very first step of fixing it? The very first step of fixing any lead generation digital campaign is to change the creative. Okay, so don't change the targeting, don't shut the campaign, create a new campaign, don't do all of that. The very first step is always look at your ad, shut that ad, try uploading a new ad and see if that works. That's step number one. Okay. And number two, if that doesn't work, then you can go on interest-based level and change your interest-based targeting, set up new interest-based targeting, and then see if that works. Okay. So the step one is changing an ad. Step two is changing the interest-based targeting, which is ad set. Okay. Now, second is how to optimize a campaign. The best method to optimize a campaign is to go by the feedback that you're getting from the leads. If you are calling or if your telecaller is calling on those leads, you have to optimize basis feedback. Say when we selected four different targeting options on the ad set level, and you get leads from all of them. One of them is giving you leads at a very low CPL. Say one is generating leads at 100 rupees. The other three are generating leads in the range of 300 to 500. When you look at the panel, you will say, wow, 100 rupees a lead, 50 rupees a lead. I think, this campaign is doing really well. But what if all those leads that are coming at that CPL are junk? How many of them are quality? How do you know? Right? So in digital campaigns, never judge by lowest CPL. Always judge by quality. Okay. There's a possibility that you're generating 10 leads at 50 rupees, but only one out of them is quality. That means you're spending 500 rupees for a quality lead. Whereas if there's any other ad set which is giving you a lead at three times the price, say 150 rupees a lead, but out of that, you are getting 50%, 60% quality leads, then your cost per acquisition of a quality lead is much lower, even though the CPL is high. So always judge your campaign basis the feedback that you're getting for those leads. And that is why tracking those leads is very crucial. Maybe even if you don't have a CRM, please have a Google Sheet. Simple Google Sheet or an Excel where you put down all your leads and you put a feedback there and you put a quality tag there and you just filter it at the end of the day after 15, 20, 50 leads, quality leads, or you put hot, warm, cold, or you put any kind of tagging that helps you identify good leads from the bad. Select good leads, check their source, and optimize your campaign accordingly. And you will never go wrong. Don't go by the CPLs that you're getting. Okay, always try to use video creators. Video creators today are doing much better because you will see yourself, you are consuming content in the video format. So video content works the best when it comes to real estate, when it comes to mutual fund, any kind of video content. Even if it is you in the picture and shooting and explaining about the product, that is the best form of video content that you can run in an ad today. So just for an example, we were very used to, Kapil sir, this is something that I would want to share with you as well. There was a time we used to just make these creatives on Photoshop and run those creatives. Since the time we've started shooting videos for projects on ground, on site, explaining that site in that 1 minute 30 seconds frame that we, the time limit that we get, and using those ads in our lead gen campaigns have been performing so well, lower cost and higher intent. So this is something that people are consuming. The reason because of this consumer behavior has changed. People now want to consume more content, and more or less people are in the zombie mode of watching reels continuously. So this is where you hammer them,
Zombie
right?
mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a zombie mode. You don't realize, right? It's been 2 hours you are watching reels. How many of you all must be noticing that it's been 2 hours that you're watching reels? The algorithm is made for you to be stuck and be a zombie in that state of mind, right? So you have to, as an advertiser, you can't help but to capture these people where they are spending most of their time. So video creative and user generated content. This is what we call user generated content in our term is the best. Come in front of a camera, shoot your video, explain your product and services, run that as an ad, and see you'll get phenomenal results. People want to see a face behind the brand. They just don't want to see static images of any random Photoshop image that you picked up and put out. Rather, you be there, have that connect with your audience, use those videos in your ads, and see the kind of response that you get. Okay, conversion tracking, creative refresh. As I said, creative, you have to refresh, you have to use different videos all the time, different creatives all the time. Negative keywords is something that is relevant to Google search ads, so I'll not go there. Conversion tracking is obviously where you check where you're getting your conversions from and map to see if you say out of 100 leads, you've got 10 people to successfully sign up for your service or sign up for your NFO or visit a particular site, see the source of those 10 conversions. Where are you getting those 10 conversions from? And then you will know what is the cost per conversion for you, right? For 100 leads, say you spend 10,000 rupees. Okay. And in every ad set, you spend say around 2,000 rupees, 2,500 rupees. Okay. But this one ad set has given you, and one ad has given you maximum conversions. Okay. That will help you identify overall your cost per acquisition. How much did it cost you to convert one client? And which ad is giving you the best cost per conversion and cost per acquisition? So this is something that you have to keep looking at if you want to really optimize and spend more and get more out of your campaigns. Okay. I hope I've summarized it properly. If you have any questions, please present it to me. I'll be more than happy. Sir, if you could just help me, if you can.
Almost we are lively answering every question. So there are
Hmm.
no much questions left.
There was
Okay.
one question which says, what tools are best for creating impactful videos?
And that I'll share
Uh,
in a few minutes.
so I think that they mean impactful videos, or is it editing videos? Because as I said, the best video form is where you are there in the video, or some human is there in the video explaining about the product or service, and then you can
Can you
maybe
shut down the
edit that
screen
a
share?
bit.
Can you just stop the screen share?
Sure.
Okay. So what we are talking is something like this kind of videos can be created with a command now. So life has evolved. I was just testing uh, while you were doing. I just tested it. Okay, I just said ki go to my Facebook page on Gear Up Your Skills and create an ad on mutual fund SIP, which will generate a lot of leads. Create all the necessary setups. I just posted it, and it was actually doing the work. What we were trying to pitch for the last 1.5 hours, it is actually doing it. It was going, picking up all the ads. Okay, it was creating the ads. It was reframing the ads. You're seeing it, Hitesh?
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm sure there will be a time where you can just prompt and tell the AI. I'm sure even that is something that it's already doing. Oh,
You
wow.
just see it is picking up my this thing. It is creating that ad. Okay, ad creative में उसने बना लिया.
Oh, Banalia, yes.
It's going to the description. Guys who are not aware what I am doing, this is a browser called as Comet. Okay, by Perplexity. It is your get more leads पे click किया देखो आप. उसने click कर लिया because I advised you to go to the this thing. So world is moving very fast. Okay, if somebody asked me the question of how to create good videos, I'll just stop this here so that it doesn't create an ad. I don't want to sell a site. Okay. Powerful ad is LinkedIn. Hitesh, we should do one session on Sales Navigator.
Sure, sure. We'll do a session on AI. I think that is something that is needed for sure.
So, guys who want to create very dynamic videos, not coming in front of the camera, these are certain platforms. Since this is a recording session, you will find all this thing. First is King AI. Okay, you can see in front of you the ad which is being created on the prompt. You just put your photograph, change the background. Okay, the prompt is as simple as this. The element is running in the desert. Okay, with the camera, put your video, your photo, and everything is changed. Okay, this is King AI. Then we have something like Hejan. Okay, Hejan, where you can actually upload your photographs or your videos. You can shoot it for them, and you can do the shooting for you. It will create the entire video.
Can you please? Yeah, this is something that you can do. That is great.
This I'm not there. I'm not short for it. Just it's a test run. मतलब अभी अभी आपके सामने करते करते कर दिया मैंने. It's okay. मतलब we have to lip sync it. You can go and lip sync it using this website called as suno.com. Okay, you can use your voice. You can use 11 labs. Okay, and you can use
Um,
this website called as Kriya.ai. Don't worry, don't try to copy everything. It's already recorded in the session, so you'll get this recording. Okay, and the best tool right now, as of now, is Gemini's Vio. Okay, this is a really awesome tool which you can do. And going back to as promised, okay, which I told you, what all ads you can create, how you can create these ads. The best one is semrush.com. Okay. Here you have a complete what Hitesh has told you in forms of n number of formats which you want. Okay. Like if you go to semrush, you want to optimize your website. Okay. All you have to do is just put your website down and start now. It will create your entire SEO formats, what is lacking, what is not lacking. It will audit you, it will position your company. Okay. Visibility overview, traffic. For example, you want to create a social media poster. You just click on the social media poster. What kind of a poster you want to create? What kind of insight you want? Okay. कौन सा ad बनाना है? I'll just show you about the ads also, what we are talking about so much on ad. Just, this is a little bit. So if you see, I'm going to add ad launch assistant. Okay, say let's go with ad launch assistant. I want to add assistant, get better results. Okay, create, launch, and optimize campaigns across Google and Meta. I just go with try it now. These are all the ads how you can create. Whatever Hitesh has told you how to create it, it can be done here at SEMrush. Similar to SEMrush, we have 5 to 6 websites. Don't try to note it down. Everything is in the recording. First is Propertist.ai. Okay. Similar to SEMrush, what I've shown you. Then you have got Okoya, depending upon what you want, how much budget you want to spend it. Okay. Albert AI. Okay. Tugan AI. But the best, the one which I loved is SEMrush. It has got a detailed version. Okay. All the ads can be created here. It can give you the preview. It can give you the targeting. It can give you everything here. Okay. You can do it on the go. थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया तो आई एम सॉरी.
No, I think बहुत कम है. I think this requires a separate session on how to go on AI tools and prompt and get your ads, get the best description, create your own video with your own avatar where people won't even realize that it's not you, it's a AI generated video of yours. I think that is
विजय
where
गुप्ता विजय गुप्ता इज आस्किंग सर अच्छा माइक कौन सा है बात करने के लिए यूट्यूब
बात करने के लिए we have Rode mic, we have
RODD ना.
DJI Mini is one of the best out there. So DJI and your ROD, yours is JBL. I think any mic that you go on Amazon, you will get these good mics in the range of 5 to 15,000 bucks. And if you want two mics, the setup will cost you around 10 to 25, between 10 to 25,000. I think you'll get a good deal there. Rode mic, DJI is good. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Anything
Any other questions related to the session, guys? If you have, you can just post it right now, and we will be happy to answer.
which SW to use for recording? What does SW mean? Vijay, can you, what software to use? Which software to use for recording?
Software to use for recording. You can use any phone to record from any
Phone use
camera.
करो. iPhone
Ah.
iPhone तो ऐड देता है iPhone 18.
If you're talking about editing, you can do it on a lot of these apps today. CapCut hai, and there are so many apps out there to just edit your videos, put subtitles there. I think just one search on Google and YouTube will give you everything.
Is there any
Any agents?
agency who can add shoot for us? सर वो तो बहुत सारे हैं बट सर एक आईफोन में काम हो जाएगा तो क्यों पैसे देना किसी को? Sir, AI is not free to use. So please don't ask me if SEMrush is free or free for use. No. You can go for the trial version for 7 days to 10 days. Okay, after that, use thing. But 90% of the things can be done through Perplexity. Okay, if you are an Airtel user, you get it free for 1.5 years. Use it. Okay, Perplexity से बहुत सारी चीजें हो जाएगी फ्री में. SEBI guidelines for social media advertisements, sir, you cannot promise any returns. That is the basic guideline. Okay. You cannot show them that you are going to get any assured returns and any promise of returns. You cannot show them that in past year I got 20%, so you get 20%. any kind of assurance is avoided. Talk about SIP, talk about goals, talk about financial planning. That is the best thing you can do.
What I was saying, sir, is we've created a website through which they can download a playbook about,
Okay.
real estate,
Okay,
not real
share.
estate, digital marketing, leads and ads. And that is something that I will share. Once you give me all the email IDs, we'll email them the link and we will
Okay.
shoot it out to them.
Because in
The
the record
website is created.
website में सब आ
Yeah.
गया, सब लोग registration form में डाल दिया था. Hope everybody
Yes,
has
yes.
the correct email ID. Yeah, unless they put the email ID, they don't get the registration link. Join the website. So I'll all the email IDs पे आपको thepropertist.com से mail आ जाएगा regarding entire presentation of today. How to automate our business and scale up our mutual fund business. Sir, automation is a different chapter. Try Gumloop, GUMLOOP. Okay, वो थोड़ा आपको क्रिएट करने हेल्प करेगा. बट ऑटोमेशन पे अभी मत जाओ सर, अभी तो पहले बेसिक्स पे आ जाओ. I think what today Hitesh has showed is now, if you just start doing that also, then in the advanced stages, when you want to create, say, 360 posts in a day, in a year, okay, in one day, that is when automation is required, where you are creating something or identifying some topic on a fresh this thing, and from there, the ad is being created, and then it is being posted on social media. फिर एक बजट अलोकेट कर रहे हैं, फिर उसका जो लीड्स आ रहा है वो आपके सीआरएम में जा रहा है, उस सीआरएम पे ऑटोमेटेड कॉलिंग हो रही है, व्हाट्सएप हो रहा है. दैट इज द टाइम व्हेन यू नीड द ऑटोमेशन, नॉट टुडे. मतलब we say after you cross 5,000 crores of AUM, that is required. As of now, today, not.
Okay. I think so. Questions have stopped coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Maybe we'll
Hitesh, for
plan
your
a next
wonderful
session
time.
soon. Thank you so much, sir.
आप
Thank you.
कभी भी टाइम लोगे तो बता देना. आई थिंक टुमारो यू आर
No,
ट्रैवलिंग,
no.
राइट?
Next time you have a session on AI, please batana. I'll be one of the participants. To be honest, you have much more information on AI and automation than what I do.
मतलब
So
अभी
I would
थोड़ा
love to
मजा
be
आ
a.
रहा है सीखने में, तो सीख रहे. But
That's the future. You
worst
you
part
need
is
you need that.
the worst
Speeds
part
up a lot
is
of things.
Hitesh, whatever we learn today now, tomorrow it's becoming outdated.
True.
That is the worst part of AI.
Yeah.
When is the next same
Oh,
session? Shashi will be updating you in the groups. Okay, who has not there in the 1 crore SIP community, please join the community. Okay, I'll just share the link of the community so that you can join it and you will be getting regular. 1 second, I'll just share you the community link. You just join the link. I have whoever is not there in the community can just join them, so they will keep on getting the updates. I'll just send the link here. Then just join. Still 150 people, more than 150 people are still there after 140 minutes, 1 hour 40 minutes. That's a great thing. When good speaker is there, audience are always glued to this thing. But आज वाला zombie वाला अच्छा था, मैं याद रखूंगा.
people
Yeah,
go
yeah,
in
yeah.
zombie mode on
That
Instagram.
just give me 2 days time. जरा अपना नया जोश खत्म होने के बाद मैं रिकॉर्डिंग को एडिट करके अपलोड कर दूंगा. WhatsApp has got limitation. I don't know. Some people are complaining that daily on an average I'm broadcasting to 1,000 people, but my broadcast is still free. So I don't know. थोड़ा पार्शियलिटी है, रेशियल डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कर रहा है वो, शायद मैं काला हूँ इसके लिए मुझे दे रहा है. Yeah, channel is best. मतलब now I've put in like a channel. ये channel ही है. Channel आप बना लो और clients को ऐड कर लो आप. The best part of a community or a channel is uh, the other participants cannot see each other. So that is the beauty of a community or a channel. Instead of broadcast, you can go for that. So just go to your status page of WhatsApp and there it is. Then create channel करके वहां पे आ जाएगा. ठीक है done, Hitesh.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Hitesh. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the invite. It was great being here with you and learning things from you always. And looking forward to attending your session on AI and then doing more such sessions on maybe Google and other such platforms.
Pakka, sure. Thank you, partners. Thank you for attending. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks.